What is up guys, Chester here and we are back once again with TwoFold. So if you're ready, let's do this. Though it hasn't been long since the semester ended, I feel like I'm looking at the club room in a light I've never seen before.
Wallace, help me carry some of these canvases.
Oh my goodness, I'm starting off with Eileen, okay.
Did I hear please?
Respect, Wallace. Though he argues Wallace has already moved to help her, Allison is pulling a few of her things from the cabinet.
This will probably be the last time we come back here till the break's over, so make sure you don't accidentally leave anything behind.
Okay, so this is basically the cleanup, huh? Capri stands, hands on hip, like a boss overseeing her workers. Like, why don't you move your own stuff? Like, help out at least.
Still feels like the semester just started.
It sure went quick, huh?
Yeah. It was kind of scary at the start. Felt like everything was going so fast and I had no time at all. Now it feels like...
I mean, it's not the end though. Yeah, we still have another semester. Like a memory that is barely there. Like all of the fear and the pressure didn't really matter. But a lot happened, more than I can even begin to count.
Like you had so much fun it was gone before you noticed?
Probably the times you ditch. I catch myself smiling, only noticing after the fact.
something like that.
Fun's a decent word for it, I guess. I met people I consider my friends. I met my girlfriend. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for them. Yep,
Things
they helped
changed
me a lot.
this semester.
The semester is one thing, but I'm still struggling to believe the club's been around for a whole year.
You can't believe it, huh? Everyone else here has been in this room longer than I have. They have memories attached I can't imagine.
Gosh, I remember last year. I was too scared to even come in here.
Really now? Maybe I should play the old game or the prequel of this game.
Yet here you are.
Yeah, the fact that Allison and Eileen are dating really inspires me to play the prequel of this game. So I should give it a go after this game. The fact that the club began with a stolen key and a hostile takeover seems only fitting for this group in particular. Eileen gives a wary sigh.
You know you wanted us to.
Eileen puts her hand on her girlfriend's back. Allison smiles. Oh my goodness. Wow. This game really supports that kind of stuff, huh?
She was fine. I could have done without you.
And without me, where would you be now?
Here with one less annoyance.
Wrong! You'd have to go be a sad loner somewhere else. This room would be ours.
Oh yeah? You think you could have taken it from me?
Even with how intense their mutual glares are, it doesn't feel like there's any real animosity here. That doesn't stop Allison from wearing a worried look on her face. Wallace is totally nonplussed. Just another day in the club. Still, I find myself a bit put off at Eileen's negativity. I thought I'd be used to it by now, but no such luck. Finally coming to the realization that the scuffle isn't genuine, Eileen turns to look out the window.
But it really won't be long until we're not coming back here at all, huh?
A silence hangs over the room, the energy coming from Eileen and Capri's back and forth quickly evaporating into nothing. As to be expected at this point, Caprice is the first to speak up.
There's still one more semester at least.
I mean, even after the semester, we can still hang out with each other like normal friends.
This one went so fast. Imagine how fast that one will feel.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, it's not like we won't still be around.
Maybe. I've been looking at universities.
Same.
Oh, guys.
Just as I think I've pushed the thought out of my mind, it resurfaces one way or another. Where am I going after this? It feels too soon to think about the next step, to think about parting ways with these places I've become used to, with these people. Yeah,
I mean, the
it's
art
hard.
club won't die just because we transfer out, you know?
Even if the semester is done, it will be really hard for friends to hang out with each other once university started because they'll be 100% busy just because of their career. Like a lot of paperwork is about to come to them. The deflation in her voice is slight but noticeable. She's back to her chipper self, not even a moment later, her posture fixing itself in a blink of an eye.
Come on, let's not talk about this right now. We've got things to do.
Yeah.
Allison gives a small sigh as she continues collecting her things. Eileen and Wallace return to gathering canvases. Caprice lingers, looking unsure of what to do. Given her excitement over it just days ago, I'm surprised at how much she's hesitating. I inch my way towards whispering distance.
Getting cold feet?
No, of course not. Just waiting for the right time.
After taking the lead so confidently, it's nice to get occasional reminder that I'm not totally alone with my anxiety.
It'll probably be at least a couple weeks before we're all back in one room again.
Shh.
You two want to share with the class?
Caprice and I both jump as Eileen pulls our focus onto her, caught red-handed. Though I guess the two of us sitting in a corner whispering was bound to look suspicious no matter how careful we were.
Sure what? We were just having a conversation. Do you always butt in when...
Caprice and I are dating.
Oh, up front! Let's go, Olive!
Olive?
I mean, you wanted to be straightforward with them, so now's the right time. I don't know how our roles were reversed so handedly. I even surprised myself being the one to drop the news like that. With Caprice being so excited about it earlier, I just didn't want the opportunity to pass us by, I suppose. Probably Wallace and Eileen figured it out already.
Just, thought you should know, I guess.
The immediate reaction is mild. Even Allison, who was my personal bet to be jumping up and down wildly at the news, instead of just settles for a large smile. As if to accentuate it, Eileen gives a bored look.
Yeah, we know.
I knew it! Like they 100% know.
What? How?
Like it's 100% obvious though.
Why? Who?
Her eyes narrows, realization hitting her before she even finishes asking the question. She stares daggers at Wallace, who gives me a mixed shrug.
Millie and I still talk, you know. We were in the same club till recently.
And Wallace is more of a gossip than you'd think.
Millie...
I tilt my head back over to Caprice, who is now desperately trying to pull her hat down over her eyes. I'll admit, the idea of sinking entirely into my hoodie right now sounds pretty appealing too.
We didn't want to say anything until you told us so you didn't feel pressured or anything. But now that you have, I just want to say how happy I am for you two.
Thanks, Allison.
Yeah.
I really
Thrilled.
need that right now.
We can hold our 10th pizza party of the year over it later if you want, but we should probably finish clearing out before they come around to lock the room.
Alright, take note. Once they have their pizza party, it's going to be their 10th pizza party.
Right! Yeah, time's of the essence.
Thank you for the out, Eileen.
Hey, need help carrying anything?
Yes! You, help with my music player. I need to find one of my sketchbooks too.
Just like what a boyfriend will do. Help out her girlfriend. Caprice is barely able to see the stacks of supplies and various in-progress work she has taken with her. I've got a load in my arms myself, but she insisted on carrying the bulk of it.
You better find a way to fit all that without damaging my car.
When have I ever?
I lag behind the group, content to let the others race ahead. Something catches the corner of my eye. A woman sitting on a bench some ways away, dressed in a white coat with red accent. Why don't you just say it's just Millie? Millie's all but scowling at her phone, an unusual expression of her. Everything is telling me to just keep walking, but after recent revelations, there's the lightest tug pulling me towards her. It's worth at least trying to talk. Helping Millie is helping Caprice, and I've got a million favors to repay her.
Hey guys, I forgot something. I'm gonna head back real quick.
Yes, give me a moment.
I'll help.
There's no need to, Caprice. I'm fine by my own.
Your hands are full enough as is. It'll be fast.
Don't take too long or I'll leave without you.
Please don't leave me behind.
Yeah, I know.
My assurance is good enough for the both of them. They resumed their walk to Eileen's car.
So Eileen, while I've got you here, I want your updated thoughts on...
I'm still fine with handling it for you.
No, I just want to poke your brain a bit.
Wait until we're back at the car.
Wrap up in a conversation, they continue ahead as I circle back.
Hey,
Millie looks up from her phone, her face shifting from scorn to surprise.
Oh, hello, Olive. What are you doing here?
Helping out my clubmates cleaning some stuff.
was picking up some last minute stuff.
I shrug with the items in my hand.
With the rest of your club?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're heading to the car, but I thought I'd come say hi.
she smiles at me, setting her phone on her lap.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Hello.
Hello as well.
Everything okay?
She must notice me glancing at her phone, as she looks down at it too.
Oh, yes, just talking with my dad. It's nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's really hard for that not to sound suspect, knowing what I know now. Yeah, like the fact that Millie's father and Capri's mom are going to tie the knot. It bothers me because don't they have other family members? Like, what about Millie's mom or Capri's dad? What happened to them?
Though, speaking of, I heard you might be joining us for Christmas?
Yeah, is that a problem? I feel my spine stiffen.
Word, it travels fast.
No secrets between the Clark and Shifton households.
I can't help but grimace. I guess that really wasn't an exaggeration. Millie's smile widens and she claps her hands together, doing her best to drive my uncertainty away.
Don't worry, I think it's a great idea.
I hope it's not a bother.
You do?
Like I'm having a Christmas party with a future family. Why am I even there? That's supposed to be a private time or a family time.
Well, sure. You're with Caprice now, so why not?
You don't think it'll be strange or awkward?
Agreed.
No, not at all. Unless you're worried about us. We're nice people, Olive.
Like I know you're nice people, but it's me. I'm the problem. Like I should be out of their party because it's a family time. Shit, that came out entirely wrong.
Oh, sorry. I really didn't mean anything like that.
I'm sure it's just a tough time for everyone involved. I'm just afraid me being around will make things worse.
I know you've been caught between us at times. I'm sorry about the other day.
No worries.
You
I
don't
mean,
need
that's
to worry,
a
though.
normal
It's
thing.
Christmas. Even if things are a bit different from usual, we can't overlook that.
I want to believe that, but
If you're sure. I don't want you to have to push however you're feeling aside on my account, though.
Millie gives me a difficult look, pursing her lips slightly before averting her gaze. Something about that either landed horribly or too close to home. Even with all my time getting to know Caprice, I still can say I fully understand the relationship between these two. I wasn't around when they were inseparable. Even still, it's easy to see how important they are to each other. Even with the things as fractured as they are,
If there's any chance of things going smoothly, we'll both have to set aside some things. It's as much up to her as it is me.
I don't know exactly how to take that. The biting sound to how she emphasized it's up to Caprice too. It sounds familiar. The little I've overheard about Millie trying to avoid Caprice and Caprice's usual eager self trying to patch things up regardless. Is that what this is about?
Are you mad at her? Or...
It's more complicated than that.
I see. The pause that comes afterward is appropriately awkward. If she doesn't want to elaborate on that, then maybe she'll be more open to another angle.
I heard about the marriage thing.
And figured it'd make for some good idle chit-chat?
No, probably not. Well, that has backfired spectacularly. Even her smile is unwavering. It's hard to miss the annoyance underlying it. Yep, Millie is 100% against the marriage. Part of me wants to entirely exit the conversation here. I should, really. At the same time, watching the two struggling to navigate around each other has become a lot more painful after becoming emotionally invested.
No, but I mean, maybe I don't fully understand what you're going through, but
You don't need to understand, Olive. It's not your problem to solve.
Yep, that is true. It's not a problem for me to solve because this is 100% a family problem. She's right. I'm self-aware enough to know I'm overstepping. But at the same time, it's frustrating to not be able to try and do what I can for her. For Caprice. But knowing that, what am I even trying to do here?
I appreciate your kindness. I'm glad Caprice has someone so caring there for her. I'll be fine, though.
okay.
I hope so.
Sorry for trying to butt in.
You were only trying to do good. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do here, okay?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
You should probably catch up with your clubmates. Have a nice rest of your day. It was good talking with you, really.
Yeah. Thank you for having a conversation with me as well, Millie. I appreciate it.
You too. Later.
Later, Millie. I feel foolish, like I shouldn't have even approached her. Did I screw up? I feel like I did. My heart sinks at the disaster of the conversation, and I'm sure there's been far worse between the two. I can't even imagine what it's like for their families. Well, I'm keeping Caprice and the others waiting. Eileen will get scary if I hold things up too long. Yep, you really don't want to see Eileen's angry face. That evening. Oh, we're at the pizza parlor. This is our 10th party. Eileen's promise, or perhaps threatened, we have chosen to end the day with one last club outing at the usual pizza place. The first outing in which Caprice isn't eager to make herself the center of attention. Can't say I blame her. Heck, I can't deny feeling the same way right now. Eileen, however, is quick to notice and is the first to lift her glass in a toast to our relationship. An act I can only imagine as some form of revenge for her.
To our love-struck club leader and her new partner.
Allison usually the first to shy away from needless teasing, but even she follows Eileen's lead, raising her cup to the air. Wallace seems content to immediately start sipping away at his, though. Cool guy Wallace. The drinks only looks higher and higher up as Caprice and I shrink into our seats in unison. I feel the red on my face intensify as Wallace finally brings up his mug as well.
To all relationships in the club, old and new. Here's hoping Caprice and Olive were even a fraction of how lovey-dovey you two turned out in the end.
That's enough to bring Allison and Eileen's cup down quick. Being the only one left in the air, Wallace gives a shrug as he brings his beer back down to his lips. Caprice and I pulls ourselves up, no longer the center of attention at the table. It isn't long before Allison turns back our way, however.
You two are so cute together. I had my hunches pretty early on.
Really?
Thanks, Allie.
I'm amazed you found someone who could keep up with you.
Hey, what are you implying?
While the rest of the club bants and bickers, Eileen taps me on my arm, drawing my attention from the rest of the crowd. She takes a sip of her beer, free of her Fox celebratory cheer she was leading just a moments ago.
Sorry, couldn't resist. She pulled something similar after Christmas last year, and I've been waiting to turn it around on her. Was starting to get worried I wouldn't get the chance.
Alright, after Eileen saying that, I really want to play that prequel. I am going to play that after this game.
That definitely sounds like a Caprice thing, yeah.
Ugh.
Her face contorts as she recalls the memory.
You've really signed yourself up for a handful.
That's what'll make it fun, I think.
Eileen brings her mugs to her lips again, ending another small drink with a smile.
Something funny?
Just thinking about what Wallace said. It's almost scary how well you're keeping pace with her.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if Eileen thinks she sounds deep or if she's just lightweight and already tipsy. I'd be shocked if it was the latter, but that's the only explanation that makes sense to me.
Just by how fast you're able to change, I mean. You're almost unrecognizable compared to a few months ago.
Really now? How so?
Allison and I have been together for just over a year now, and I think the extent of my personal growth is don't loathe Caprice anymore.
That's a good improvement.
I mean, I'm still relatively new to the circle, but I'm sure there's more to it than that. I don't feel like I've changed much either.
I wonder.
Her next sip is considerably slower, breaking eye contact and staring blankly at nothing in particular.
I love you just the way you are, Eileen.
Oh my goodness, Allison is probably drunk. Her quiet musing is interrupted by Allison smiling sweetly at her girlfriend. The rest of the table's eyes focus on how the two of us as well. Ellen is quick to fluster the victory over Caprice she felt just minutes before falling into the wayside.
How long has everyone been listening to our conversation?
Somewhere around where you called me a handful and tried to scare Ollie away from me.
That's probably from
You're
the start.
putting words in my mouth.
Only some. For a dramatic flourish.
Spoken like a true writing club member.
Blasphemy!
That's twice tonight I've been dragged onto center stage and been embarrassed for it. As much as part of me wants to hide away, I can't help but feel thankful for the group of people I've managed to stumble into.
This isn't about Allison and I. Tonight is Caprice and Olive's thing.
I mean, we can make it a night for both of us.
In that case, how about another toast? To the two happy couples?
Let's go, Wallace! Eileen narrows her eyes in response, which only seems to cause Wallace's smirk to grow larger. Caprice, meanwhile, seems eager to gain back the ground she lost at the start of the night.
I'll drink to that.
Absolutely not.
I think it's a nice gesture.
Back into a corner. All Eileen can do is close her eyes with a sigh.
Fine.
And you said you were worrying about not being able to change.
I didn't ask for your commentary.
It's rare to have an opportunity to rib Eileen, a narrow window I'm eager not to let pass by.
So, how did they say cheers in Germany again, Eileen?
If I can recall, that's probably Prost!
Haven't you done enough?
Ooh, it's been a while. Prost? Prast? It was something like that, right?
Prost!
You four are going to settle for a cheers or nothing at all.
Okay. Sorry, Eileen. Cheers! So as we do with the final raising of our cups and the club closes out the year. Cheers! Let's go! A few days later. And we're back to the aquarium! Like, how many times have I been here? I mean, this is the second time that I have been into this aquarium, and I knew that this is going to be our next spot to our next date. When Caprice called me yesterday pitching another date, I was all too eager to accept. After making such a big deal of it during our initial outing, I was surprised to be heading to the aquarium so soon. Guess I climbed my way up pretty fast. What is going to happen in this aquarium though? Hey Caprice! Together with her mother. Oh wow, that's a nice hairstyle and good looking. My eyes land on Caprice waving her arms as she approaches along with her mom, who looks to be still on the clock. Yes. The looks of Caprice now is really very casual. She is definitely dressed for the occasion, which is more than what I can say about myself. I find myself torn between admiring her outfit and wishing she had told me that the dress code expectations were going to be higher this time around.
Hey, you look great.
She doesn't look great. She looks absolutely beautiful.
You too.
Really now, I'm just wearing my old casual outfit.
I didn't do anything different.
Doesn't change what I said.
Our contest of who can embarrass the other more appears to have hit the stalemate.
Nice to see you again, Olive.
Nice to see you again, Charlie. Like, I'm so not used to not calling her Miss Charlie because I really want to respect her mom.
Hi, you too, Miss Shefton.
She has a name, you know. Oh my goodness. Her shoulders slump.
Maybe next time.
Yep, I'm not used to calling her Charlie yet, so I'm just going to call her Miss Charlie. She rights herself, sporting a smile and a wink as she does so.
Caprice knows this place better than I do. I'm sure she'll give you the grand tour.
What do you mean that she knows this place better than you? Aren't you the worker here?
I'm looking forward to it.
And Caprice, keep the bullying to a minimum. Says you. Shouldn't you get back to work? I have a couple minutes left on my break, technically.
Wow, this is a really good job you have.
It's not your date.
Caprice ushers her off, slightly directing her away from us.
Go! I'm going. Have fun, you two.
Thanks, Miss Charlie.
Thanks.
Tell me all about it. I will. Bye. Bye.
Caprice heaves a sigh as her mom disappears from sight. Even her continued laughter can be heard for a little longer after the fact.
I was afraid she was gonna stick with us the whole time.
I mean, she works here, so probably she has some places that she can spice on us.
She's just concerned about her kid.
No, she's just being nosy.
I mean, isn't that normal for a mother? We share a laugh. I'm actually glad the evening started this way.
Where do you want to go first?
This way. The penguin area is all done up for the holidays.
Ooh, penguins. Oh yeah, because it's Christmas. Oh wow, those are cute looking penguins. We're at level with the water when the penguins dive in one by one and swim about. Looking up above, we can see the enclosure with its icy floor. Welcome to North Pole. That's not 100% North Pole. The aquarium staff have decorated it with some fake trees lit with blinking lights. There's even a red and white striped pole with a sign reading North Pole, the penguins pay it no mind.
Hey, don't penguins live in the south?
I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about penguins if they live in North or the South. But you know what? They can make it up.
Yeah, mostly in Antarctica.
Okay, fun fact.
Then it's in the wrong pole.
It's just for fun. Sometimes taking creative liberties is okay.
True. Like, let them be creative sometimes. She goes close to the glass and watches the penguin swim.
Aren't they cool?
They're cute, yeah?
Takes one to know one.
Oh my goodness, already at the kissing scene. Wow, okay, sure. When she says this, she sneaks a kiss. Wow.
Hey, wait a second.
I was setting you up for that with cool. You only have yourself to blame for changing the word.
Right, of course. My mistake.
Caprice really likes to kiss me a lot, huh? She's really kiss prone. I'm consistently amazed at her ability to so easily get the upper hand in every single one of our conversations.
Speaking of cute ollies, let's go to the otters.
Oh my goodness, again with the others? Are you going to bully me with, like, calling me Ollie?
You can't just say things like that.
I just did. You gotta stop leaving yourself so open.
I need to be on the defensive. Defend yourself, Olive. Naughty, nice. Alice is naughty. Oh my goodness, why? Calcifer is nice. Ollie is nice. Oh, let's go. Ollie the otter is nice. Womble is naughty and Dumpling is nice. Oh my goodness, really? Unlike the penguins who were lively at this time, the others are all snoozing.
Oh well, they're cute like this too.
It takes one to know.
You can't use the same line.
Can two?
You're not even trying.
The other enclosures is less decorated, mostly aligned with some white string lights, setting a subtle yet distinctly holiday mood.
I wonder which one is Ollie. It's so hard to tell them apart when they're like this.
I mean, have you been here like so many times? You should know which one is Ollie.
Found him.
Look, like take a look, I found him.
Whoa, really?
It's barely visible due to the dim lighting, but I point directly ahead to my reflection.
Very funny.
Oh, it's just me. She turns to give me a pout and I take the chance to return the kiss she gave me earlier. Wow, they really like to kiss, huh? It's sudden enough that I managed to catch myself off guard just as much as her.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Got you, though.
Like, be honest with me, that was good.
Come on, let's walk around some more.
After you.
Yes, that is true. Ladies first. The walls swim with fish of all shapes and sizes and colors. They flitter about temporary decorations set on the floor of their tanks, making a vision of their own sort of Christmas lights.
I was
Ooh.
starting to wonder if you forgot that an aquarium has fish in it.
I mean, that's why it is called an
You're
aquarium.
gonna make fun of me? Here? In my element?
I would never.
She reaches for my hand and I freely offer it.
I love the mammals, but this was my favorite fish tank growing up. It always felt more colorful than the rest.
I'm sure the bed of pink pebbles had nothing to do with that.
Maybe. Probably. But look at the actual fish!
She points to various vibrantly colored creatures with her free hand as they pass us by, dropping random facts on the various species when she has one available, which is more often than not. Her fascination with them doesn't end, and I find it easier and easier to borrow some of her excitement and make it my own. So long as it's with her, I could definitely see myself visiting again and again. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get sick of going to the aquarium. Like, once in a lifetime is good enough, but twice in a lifetime, that's probably not good. I mean, it depends on the aquarium that you're going to visit though. Like, after I visit one aquarium, I'm not going to go back there ever again. That's as good a reason as any, I guess. While it's better than just grabbing something from a vending machine, it feels somehow more touristy than anything we've done yet so far. She has mac and cheese and have some chicken tenders. It would have felt weird ordering the fish sticks. Yep, like I do not know why they're offering fish food in an aquarium. Like they should probably ban that thing.
And you're not sick of it?
I mean, it's unlikely to get sick of the same food over and over because the chef is very much different every single time. So, nope.
It's part of the experience.
She stops eating for a moment, clearly thinking something over.
You're fine with this, right?
Of course. I was told to expect a grand tour from you tonight, remember? Wouldn't want to miss out on a crucial part of the experience.
Thanks, Ollie.
You're welcome, Caprice. The mood seems to mellow, but her smile doesn't.
I'm super happy we came here tonight. Thanks for agreeing on such short notice.
There's no way I'd say no. After all, we would have missed the North Pole penguins.
Yeah.
She waves me off and we both share a small laugh before returning to our food.
I'm surprised we got to the aquarium so fast, though, given how eager you were to dismiss it at the cafe. I must have done something really impressive.
Well, you know.
She uses bites of macaroni to buy herself some time before answering.
The next few days will be pretty busy. I've got some last-second gift planning to deal with. You're gonna be having dinner with your mom. Then there's the big Christmas thing itself.
Oh yeah, it's Christmas. Like, we are going to be all busy buying gifts.
I figured, making the last little bit of time we have together alone special was worth skipping a few steps.
I sort of allowed myself to forget I wouldn't have a lot of free time the rest of this week, but she's absolutely right.
I mean, You say this is alone time, but I'm willing to bet your mom has been in earshot of us all evening.
For your sake, I hope not, with that thing at the otter exhibit you tried to pull.
Like you're one to talk. Oh, right. You reminded me, actually.
It's been on my mind to ask for a few days, but it keeps getting pushed to the background with other going-ons.
I know you're gonna be busy, so don't feel pressured. But you're free to come visit Mom and I for our makeup Christmas if you want. I figured fair's fair, with me joining yours and all.
Capri's face was already shining bright, but now she's practically blinding.
I don't care how much stuff I have to move around, I'll definitely make sure to drop by.
I'm happy to hear it. Now that everything's settled, we should get back to the tour soon.
Oh, right.
After we finish our dinners, we decide to walk around the aquarium a little bit more. We walk together under the twinkling lights, enjoying the cool evening, taking in the swimming sights again. We stay later than we'd planned before we even realize it. And that's probably the end of our second date, or probably the third date. The next day. The last few days before the holiday rush effortlessly snuck up on me, I sit on my couch with a couple of gifts I have been putting off wrapping, which is thankfully the extent of my worries for today. There's my Christmas with Mom coming up, not to mention the big family meetup at the Clarks. It'll be a while before life stops feeling busy, so I'm making a deliberate attempt to savor the quiet, even with yesterday's date still dancing on my mind. The silence doesn't last, however, as my phone begins buzzing on my table. I pick it up, expecting to see Capri's name staring back at me. Instead, Eileen? That's probably the last person I would have expected. I'm filled with equal parts worry and curiosity as I accept the call.
Hello?
Hey, dumb question. Do you know when Caprice is heading home for Christmas?
Uh-oh, I forgot. I probably forgot to ask her address.
What? We're heading out the day of, first thing in the morning.
Oh,
Why?
I see. So I'm going to meet with Caprice and then go to her house. There's a small pause, but only a small one.
I just need to get some paperwork to her and wanted to catch her before... Wait, we?
Yep. Just like what you heard, Eileen. I am going to Capri's place to have Christmas.
Oh, I was invited over by your mom, so I'll be joining them this year.
Christmas with the parents, huh? My condolences.
Thanks, Eileen. I really need that because I'm not going to be stopped teased by them. I can practically see the sneer on her face.
Things are tense, but they seem like nice folks. I'm not too worried. About them, anyway.
I'm sure they'll be fine. Just call it a personal bias. I am more than glad to be spending Christmas here this year.
Yeah? What are your holiday plans?
Are you going to have a Christmas date with Allison? After thinking back to my initial impression of her, it's surprising how easy making small talk with her is now.
Just as I said, a nice, quiet year. Probably gonna spend a few hours on Christmas Eve with Allison's old roommate, and my sister's coming down for a day on Christmas proper.
Doesn't sound like my definition of quiet.
You should have been here last year. This'll be absolute bliss in comparison.
I can almost hear something resembling joy in her voice, vaguely, if I really try to listen for it.
Besides, I don't think you get to criticize my idea of what quiet is when you're spending the holidays in a hornet's nest.
Ah yes, true, you can never define one person's quiet. I finished taping the top of the first gift, grabbing the spool of ribbon to the side. I've never not sucked at this part of the process.
You think it'll be that bad, huh?
I'm choosing to be optimistic, against my better judgment.
Oh yeah, I'm going to have a Christmas party with Caprice, her mom, together with Millie and her father. So, about the exchange gift, I'm really worried about it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a disaster.
Are you predicting that something is going to really happen in the Christmas party? Now I am cautious.
That doesn't sound like my definition of optimism either.
But Caprice is stubborn. If she wants it to work out, she'll brute force it into happening if she has to.
Yes, that's part of Capri's personality. She just likes to do whatever she wants.
I can't argue with that.
You least of all.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning, Eileen. I placed the box down on the table after spinning it a bit, checking for imperfections. The bow looks passable, which is a step up from my usual attempts. As good as I could hope to make it in any case.
Anyway, thanks for the info. I'm gonna drop for now. Enjoy the rest of your holidays.
Yeah, enjoy your holidays as well, Eileen, and thanks for the warning.
Yeah, you too. Say hi to Allison for me.
True, have a good time with Allison.
Will do.
I wait patiently for the click signifying the end of the call, but it never comes. I lift the phone from my ear to make sure it's acting okay, only for Eileen to continue as I am staring at the screen.
Olive,
Yeah?
let me know how it goes. Christmas at their place, I mean.
You worried about her?
Never mind. See you.
Now what is going to happen at their Christmas party?
Wait. I'll keep you up to date as best I can. Promise.
Thanks.
It arrived a bit late, but the long-awaited click finally comes and Eileen is gone, leaving me alone with a box that looks sadder and sadder the more I look at it. Yikes. A couple days later, Mom reaches over to light some candles. They add to the ambience of the chipped strings light she gifted me when I first moved out, now a yearly staple. Besides that, there's no tree or decoration to speak of, but the snowfall outside and the quiet of the room suits us just fine. The room is filled with the smell of oven roast as I finish mashing potatoes. Today isn't Christmas, but it's the closest thing we have together. I join her in the living room. She is sitting on my old sofa, staring distantly out the window.
Your place looks lovely.
It isn't much.
We don't need much. We've got plenty here.
Couldn't ask for more.
I remember at the old place we'd put up little signs to make sure Santa found his way even without a chimney.
People back in the days, they still believe in Santa. I used to believe in Santa before. Christmas was never huge with us after we moved. I was always pretty content with the gifts Santa brought, even if it was Mom who I forced to make a list every year.
It was so cute how worried you were that he would forget to bring me a present.
But he always did.
Yeah. Well, after the time he did slip up and you gave me half of yours, I made sure he never forgot again. My little Ollie was always the sweetest little kid. Too nice for their own good.
Her little Ollie. I've been hearing that name a lot more as of late, huh?
Don't say it like it's a bad thing. You were the one who taught me, after all.
I won't take all the blame. When you were growing up, do you know how worried I was that you never had a rebellious phase?
Then high school happened.
Skipping class and hiding out in the Bell House once in a blue moon hardly counts. Every kid causes trouble, but you were a good kid. You still are.
Because you are a good parent, Mom.
Thanks. You're a good mom, too.
She smiles in her sweet way and beckons me to join her in the couch.
So, how are things going with Caprice?
Pretty smoothly. She reaches into a bowl nearby and unwraps a small candy that she pops into her mouth.
The date at the aquarium was really nice.
I'm so happy to hear that. I had to resist texting you all evening.
You didn't have to.
I would have kept asking every second how it was going. It's better I didn't.
I mean, it is much more better if you can just ask me personally, because asking in a text or a call, that's not really good because you really want to see a person's reaction after hearing all those kinds of stories though. I can't help but chuckle to myself thinking back to how that date started.
What is it?
Caprice's mom was the same way. Caprice basically had to pry her off of us at the start.
Oh, that's right. She works there.
Yep. Caprice gets discounts because of it.
You should bring them to the diner sometime.
Maybe.
There are better places to eat, and the last place I want to spend what precious little free time I have is at work. Weird how things change between high school and college.
Aw. Are you embarrassed your mom might serve you?
No.
No, it's not that.
Still, if I tell mom as much I feel like it put her down. She loves the place. Not that I don't, but...
Well, I'd like to see Caprice again soon. Her mother, too.
Oh, right. About that. I'm sorry. I guess I should have asked you first, but...
I pull out my phone and give it a quick glance. Caprice said she was on her way a bit ago, but I've been anxiously checking for updates every few minutes regardless.
You didn't! Really?
I'm relieved to see she doesn't mind. To the contrary, she's excited.
I... might have.
As if on cue, I hear the buzz on my apartment's doorbell. I should have expected she'd skip the text and just come right up instead.
That's probably her. I'll get it.
Her or them. Mom giggles sweetly as she heads back into the kitchen to start on the next bit of dinner prep.
You sure sound enthusiastic today.
You're more enthusiastic. As if she isn't, I spare her the rebuttal as I quickly rush to open the door.
Ollie, Merry Christmas. I brought pie.
Ooh, thanks! A box is shoved in my face.
Oh, you didn't have to.
Sure I did. It's chocolate.
Chocolate pie! My favorite! She steps past me and begins looking around my apartment. She quickly notices my mom and rushes over to her.
Ah, hi, Miss Penn. It's been a while. Merry Christmas.
Oh, so she can use polite greetings.
It sure has. Merry almost Christmas to you too, Caprice.
I mean, some people will say, advance Merry Christmas to you.
I can't believe Olive has been keeping us apart. Is it me, Ollie?
Caprice gazes towards me with a fox heartbroken stare. I give her a raised eyebrow, but mom bites in immediately, looking a bit worried.
Oh, darling, I've just been working like a dog. Ollie's been just head over heels for you.
Oh, whoa. Joking. I was just joking.
Bright pink flushes her face immediately. I laugh a little to myself, even without playing along with her a bit. It looks like mom is able to keep up with Caprice in her own way.
I know, dear. I'm teasing you. You just relax and the two of us will finish cooking up dinner here.
And sit here bored? No way. Let me help out with something.
Yep, I really don't want Caprice to cook because she's probably just going to make my apartment blow up.
You still owe me a lesson, don't you?
Then don't cook, just watch and learn.
I don't work holidays.
Oh, Ollie, it'll be fun. We could use the help.
I am not so sure about that, Mom.
At least someone here trusts me.
Hey. Here, you try.
That's it? Come on, this is easy stuff.
So she says as she starts filling our dinner with holes, consistently missing her mark with a meat thermometer. It's starting to look more like Swiss cheese at this point.
You can't just stick the thermometer in anywhere. Look, you have to measure a specific spot.
I point to the center of the roast for her to measure, only for her to jab the needle in such speed and power that it forces me to pull back with my hand instinctively in terror. She simply laughs the brutal stabbing off with a small giggle.
It's good to see you two having fun together.
Mom smiles as she carries a tray toward the table.
Look! Is it ready?
She blocks my field of view with a meat thermometer without warning.
Yes, that looks fine.
Time to eat!
second round for food. Dinner comes and goes, the relative quiet of the apartment replaced with energy and excitement as Caprice and Mom catch up as if they hadn't seen each other for 15 years. We eventually make our way back to the living room for a small gift exchange, leaving on bits of pie in between.
Caprice helped me with your gift. It isn't much, but I hope you like it.
Caprice practically bounces up and down in excitement as Mom carefully unwraps her gift.
Anything from you is bound to be wonderful. Doubly so if Caprice was involved.
Oh my goodness, that's a vibrant water can. She pulls from carefully wrapped package a simple watering can, littered with paint, leaving almost none of the metal beneath visible.
Your flower pot gave me the idea. When I told Caprice about it, she wanted to help. So we split it up and painted different parts of it.
Oh, you too.
Mom softened visibly the way she does whenever she tries not to cry.
I know spring is a ways off, but I hope it'll come in handy.
Well...
Of course I love it. Thank you. Both of you.
She pulls the two of us in a warm embrace. I feel Caprice hug back tightly too, and Mom plants a kiss on top of my head. After we settle back down, Caprice leans a bit against me, content to watch.
Now, mine isn't as extravagant.
Reaching behind herself, she pulls out an envelope.
You know you didn't have to do anything.
I open it up to find a cute little Christmas card and cash! Not small amount either.
This is...
4 semesters worth.
Are you serious? Whoa, that's a lot of money. I grit my teeth to try and hold myself together once my brain catches up and realizes what's happening, what she is giving me. Not gonna lie, giving me a 4 semester worth of money is a lot. Like you don't even know how much 4 semester is worth. Everything I've done in my adult life was for the contents of this envelope, working as much as possible. Pursuing a degree, I don't feel anything for all to help support the woman who did everything and more for me. And here's the result of my efforts, somehow back in my own hands.
Mom, I can't.
Yeah, the gift is too much.
It's yours, Ollie. This is all yours.
This is not fair, man. Like, I only give Mom a watering can and she gives me a lot of money. It's not even a joke. I don't really know what to say. I've been sending money to Mom all this time, thinking she would need it more than me, thinking I can get by just fine. My mom's coarse, dry hands wrap around mine, gently pushing the envelope that I'd subconsciously been handing back to her towards me.
I want you to take care of yourself. I had no other way to convince you that I'm doing okay, that it's time for you to focus on your own future. Use it however you want. Take a year off classes, take a year off work, find something you really enjoy doing.
Oh my goodness, that is not something a mom should say to her child. Like, don't tell me what to do. Like, this is a lot of money. I really want to save it as much as possible because this is all your work.
I'm so proud of you. Please stop holding yourself back for my sake. I'm your mom. You're supposed to let me support you, okay?
I am at an impasse. I can't say anything. Glancing over to Caprice at my side, she takes her hand and places them on mine instead.
And hey, you have Caprice now. You could even spend money on her. The two of you being happy together is as good a gift as any.
Mom, don't tell me. Like, I can just have a date with Caprice with my own hard work. You don't really have to support me. Caprice blushes a bit, but she quizzes my hand all the same, letting me know she's here for me.
We'll always have each other. But I need you to start living for yourself too. Okay, Ollie?
It takes me one more minute to process.
Yeah.
And with that, the dam bursts open as I bring my free hand up to bury my eyes. The stress of passing this last semester, following a business degree just to help her as best as I'm able. She said things similar to this before, but as she and Caprice wrap me in a comforting hug, it's the first time I've really been able to understand what she's been saying.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mom.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
You take care of each other. Okay?
We will! I promise.
My goodness. Best Christmas ever. A couple days later. This is probably Christmas with Caprice. Yep. This is Christmas with Caprice.
Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, thanks for the ride, Caprice. And yep, this is where I end the video because I'm going to have a Christmas party with Caprice and her family. So thank you so much guys for watching the video. And as always, Chester here, and I'll see you guys next time. See you!